Hey, what is up, builders? For this video we will be unboxing, building, and reviewing the the entry grade RX-78-2 Gundam. Now this is Bandai's new take on an entry level model kit. So this is aimed and geared towards newbies or those who wanted to try out building their first Gunpla model kits. So without further ado, let's open this up and see what's inside. Okay, so inside we have a smaller manual compared to the usual ones, as well as two bags. So the bags contain two runners each. We have this one, the B1, 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are the white parts for the granddaddy. The next bag contains runners A1 to 4, which are parts for the armor as well as the weapons. Now for this build, I won't be using any tools because the kit is actually geared towards beginners and new to the scene. Therefore, most likely, people who would be getting this kit doesn't really have the necessary tools to build a model kit. And of course, to make the most out of the kit, to experience the most out of the kit, we'll be doing just that. So enough chit chat, let's just build this thing. Okay, so I'm currently getting an emergency alert. So extreme, we have possible storm surge around Las Piñas, Parañaque, Pasay, Manila, at Navotas. So okay, we're almost halfway there, and all I can say is this build is satisfying. So I know that the video is quite uneasy or uncomfortable for veterans to watch because I didn't use any tools and didn't clean any of the nub marks. But yeah, that's just it. I just want to try out how does it feel to just build a kit. I've been building model kits for quite a long time, and it's very tedious to clean the nubs, and it takes a while to build even just a high grade kit. So doing this is different. It feels different. And yeah, take note, I'm building this kit in a way that I build my kits. I just snap everything off, then build it like, I don't know, Lego, like that. So this is just my way of building model kits. Okay, I'm almost finished, and at this point I'm just figuring how or where the parts go. It's easy to understand even without the manual, but yeah, but I suggest, of course, for those who will be utilizing this kit as their first model kit, you should take a look at the manual and follow it. But at this point, I'm just everything goes you know, you can see where everything goes. You know, it just snaps and everything is fluid. There, almost done. So I'll have these parts snap on top of the legs. I'm just gonna, oops, I have it backwards. Snap it there, and you snap it there. Okay, so we're done with the mobile suit. Alright, looking good, looking good. So far so good. We have the shield. I already built that. We have the rifle. Just snaps like that. We have this one. Okay, so this one I think is on the back part. Yeah. So you have the weapon, the rifle, and the shield. Alright. There you go. We have the RX-78-2, the entry grade. So let's take a look at it and compare it with the Revive version. But before that, here are some poses that you can pull off with the entry grade RX-78-2. Now, we will be proceeding with the articulation first, then we will be comparing it with the HGUC Revive. For the articulation, we have the head, which can go down that far and up that far. So very nice. We have the arms, which can of course rotate and can go up, way up there. Now the arm can bend only up about that far because it is single jointed. However, this is still decent enough for you to pull off some poses. Now for the ab crunch, you have this one. However, you do have this big gap on the back. But with this, you can pull off some shooting down poses. So that's nice to have, especially for a kit this price. Now, the skirt armor is, of course, the usual, similar with the high grades. So that's that. You have the side skirt armor, which is on a ball joint, and the back skirting armor, which is, of course, stationary. Now for the legs, it can kick forward up about that far, and backwards like so. Oops. So we do also have this full bend at the knee, and you have this piece coming off constantly. Now for the feet, it can tilt side to side as well as move forwards and backwards. This is just connected with a ball joint, as you can see. If I can just focus the camera, there you go, the ball joint. Now here it is beside the RX-78-2 Gundam Revive. Now the difference is mainly on the aesthetics, such as the proportions and the detailing, the panel lining, and the loadout. Now for the high grade Revive, you have the bazooka, rifle, and the beam saber effect parts. Now for the entry grade, you have the rifle only and beam saber without the effect parts. Now for me, the overall look is that the entry grade is much edgier. You know, it's just personal taste, so it's subjective, but it's much more streamlined looking. Now for the difference in the weapons and accessories, for the shield, it doesn't really have that much besides the attachment part on the inside of the shield. Now for the rifle, the difference is that you have that yellow piece on top of the scope, and whereas the entry grade does not have that separate piece. Now for the seam line present on the kit, we do have those in front of the legs, which is quite visible to the eye. However, this is an easy fix because of the construction of the kit. It is in a much more simpler fashion in comparison to the recent high grades, so dealing with this wouldn't be much of a trouble. Okay, so now comparing the entry grade with the high grade Revive, you can see that I'm currently holding the Revive version because it cannot pull off the pose that I did with the entry grade. Now that's one thing. I was looking for a pose that the Revive won't be able to do, and here it is. There you go. Now the difference between the two is actually minimal. It's more on the weapons and the crotch emblem here. So for the entry grade, it is a separate piece, whereas for the revived version, it is a single, or it's just the red part. So you do have to paint that, or if you don't have the time, you have to use the sticker included. Now the other ones is we have some piping parts for the revived version, whereas the entry grade, of course, you don't have those things. But yeah, overall, this is a good kit for the price, especially. And the downside only for this, I think, is the lack of beam saber effect parts. Now, it could have been a great addition, since we're talking about a beginner's kit. So those people wouldn't have extra beam sabers lying around. You know, most of them would just have this as their first kit. So having those beam saber effects would have been a great addition. And of course, other weapons maybe, because the revive does have this bazooka, but it might have been an increase in price if they've included that. So I mean, that's the only thing I can say about this kit. Overall, it's a very nice kit, very well articulated. It has a high playability, high customization opportunities, and of course, it's cheap. So I'm thinking about, getting more of this. So there goes my wallet now. Okay, so that's it for the the entry grade RX-78-2 Gundam. That's it. Thank you. Bye-bye.